core values activity. There are the cards on the table, and you're going to split them up into three groups. Three categories. Three categories, however you want. So you'll have 3 minutes to do the activity.
I think we should just start it out and see what we have.
Yes.
And then we can figure out what categories we should go. Is that good with you guys?
Yeah.
Three categories, okay. So they're all storms.
You do stuff
So,
related
yeah.
to the atmosphere.
Stuff
Water,
that happens, stuff
water,
that doesn't happen.
water stuff, so tsunami, you have a water spout.
I mean, that kind of taints the water.
That actually is one.
Andy,
I didn't see it. Which one?
Yeah, it taints the water.
Lightning storm, that has rain.
Would you consider it a drought?
Tornado is wind.
Of water?
Drought, yeah.
Wildfire.
Flash flood.
Okay. Alright,
It's
Oh,
water.
wait,
Pick the cold
blizzard.
ones.
Blizzard.
Those are the nice.
No, cold, yeah, cold, yeah.
Cold. Well, we know we need three categories.
Oh,
And
fire,
then-
fire.
And then dry,
Yeah.
you have the cold ones.
Well, no, how about like earth related ones?
Ground.
Ground.
Yeah, except for zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and then the epidemic, it's on the
Extreme cold, so that's cold.
We have more than 3 groups here, guys.
Cold.
Cold.
I
Earthquake.
mean, this would be probably its own thing, but we have.
Let's put in the apple, or the stuff
Like
with
this
the
could all
water.
be together.
It's true, because that's all water except for the extreme cold.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sandstorm.
Rock slide, heat wave.
Heat
Oh.
wave would be with,
The dry, or the miscellaneous.
yeah.
What about extreme coldness?
Yeah.
Interesting thing. Wait.
All right, so there's the 3 categories. You have the one, which is all cold weather and water-related things. You have earth-related things like mudslides and storms and things, and then you have your miscellaneous stuff that could go anywhere.
Have you guys decided to put them into those groups?
First we were gonna do like the cold because there's quite a lot of ones that would have been cold, but then we realized that that would be too many groups,
Yeah, that's too specific.
and then the other one we were gonna do would have been like earth and pop related things, but that would have meant we would have left epidemic and zombie apocalypse out. So
Basically just spread them out and found what we had and then figured out a group for it.
Question time. So if you guys want to like move over here, so. Awesome. Is there any reason you put them into an H? Just out of curiosity.
No,
No.
just like playing around, yeah.
During your practices, how do you guys go about making decisions?
Well, I mean, for major decisions, we would consult the whole group, and for like small, very small decisions, of course, you would solve them by yourself.
Like if they were a robot thing with the individual robot, then it would be, like if it's a small change like the wheels, you would just do that by yourself. But if it was rebuilding everything, then that would be a group decision.
Like, for example, we switched project ideas, like kind of in the middle of everything. So it was a big decision, so we had a lot of discussion about why we were gonna switch it and if we were gonna switch it at all.
It was the same thing with the robots. Those aren't the robots we used in Qualifier, and it's not the project we used in Qualifier, so.
Okay, cool. So you discuss before you make big decisions.
Yeah.
That's good. What was one problem you had throughout the course of the season, and how did you fix it?
A big problem was time management. We were all in like freshmen in high school. We all have our separate activities to do. For example, Curtis has sailing. I have a year-round sports, and it's been kind of tough to time manage. But we've still managed to use the time we have and commit it to creating all of that.
I can relate to the time management. Can you guys give me an example of how you've used core values, either at practice or tournaments or examples?
we have a younger team that is also meets where we do, so we try and help them out. That's, I mean, of course, that's in FLL because they're also in FLL. But we also try and go out to the schools where we've been in the past, like our middle school. We've tried to help there, and we've also helped at the elementary school where this process all started for all of us. So we try and go back there and help them with what we've learned to try and help them.
Either of you have questions?
How often did your coach help you with your project?
For the projects, at first, well, like you said, we had a different project, but then in the end, that didn't end up working. So then we had a project idea, that was also we had at the beginning. So then we had to choose between it, and we both, two of us wanted to do their starting one, the other two wanted to do the other one. So then we got one of the coaches to help decide.
They also really, they're kind of just there as a supervisor, kind of, to just make sure we're doing what we should be. But if we need direction, like a way to go, they'll push us in the right direction, but they won't tell us how to do it. Like put beam A here, put this pin there. They'll tell you, what if you did this, or what if you did that?
What do you think makes a good coach? Is for your team?
I think that a good coach like knows when to step in and when to let everybody else do kind of figure things out by themselves. Because coaches are important to give you direction, but at the same time, this is kind of, it's our competition.
How, or do you guys?
No.
No. How did you guys decide who does what? Because you're a physical team, but you have to do it.
But since we only have like, for that we only have like 3 missions, meaning only 3 of us were really programming it. But the other person would help build and help program, like they would tell, like the person who was actually doing it would tell them, the other person what to do, and they'd put it in the program. And also, the other person who didn't have one of the programs to do would also pretty much work with the project and progress that farther until the other people finish with their missions and start helping.
Is there any like one team leader? Or,
No, we kind of all live the same. Well, not the same.
you all.
There's nobody that's superior to
Okay.
anybody.
Do you have an example of gracious professionalism throughout the season that you encountered?
So when we, like last night, we met one last time to make sure everything was ready. And what we do is we bring this box with parts. So if anybody else needs parts, because they didn't bring the right one or whatever, then we kind of share the parts.
It's kind of a rough example, but we had this tape roll that we had for the boards and our lights and stuff. The team needed tape. They had to tape down their extension cords, so we were like, okay, well, you can use some of this. So we were just trying to help out other teams.
Also, how do you guys make your shirts?
Yeah, we'll show you on this one. This one's easier to show you. So here we have our lights. They're light strips. They all can be individually programmed so that you can have anything displayed right now. Right now it's displaying FLL, and then you can program it any way you want. On the back side, we have
Yeah, I do now. And we have a battery, 9-volt battery, which I believe 5 volts goes to Arduino, and then the Arduino powers the lights.
So now it's still in.
And there are 5 random strings that will display.
Like
So you-
look
yeah.
at our shirts, different types of scrolling across it as time goes by. Like the FLL, it says FLL, and then it like starts, FLL goes away, it's just like sort
Yeah, well, that's kind of, so, yeah.